Welcome to the Coaching Seat TV with Toyinda LaShea, where we're all about sitting in our seat of authority so that the kingdom citizens can be infused with the power to dominate confidence, unleash potential, and leave a legacy. These things are accomplished through extracting distractions, limiting beliefs, and interferences. I am Toyinda LaShea, a prophetess, a best-selling author, business consultant, master coach, public speaker mentor, and a threat to hell's kingdom. I am so excited to be with you today because we're talking about my favorite topic of execution, right? This is implementation. And so I want you to sit now in your seat of execution. So here's my coaching question for you right now. What's motivating you to be moved to action? What's motivating you right now to do the work? We are still in the first quarter of 2021, and it is time to get moving and shaking. And here's the thing, if you've been building in the first 2 months, then this should be the month of your momentum. This March is indeed the month of momentum, but you have to have a level of motivation. And that means that you are moved to action. So it's time to start doing what God told you to do. It's time to start doing it. And if you've gotten instructions and directions from the Lord, you've got to take your hands and you've got to take your feet and do the work. So now we know that there's a huge gap between knowing what you should be doing and doing what you should be doing. And we have to be the bridge for the gap. And so when you consider the start of a new work, I know that it could be, there's a space of unknown there. But you must also consider that you're not going to be perfect, that there are going to be challenges and frustrations along the way in the journey. I remember starting my coaching business, and I would not even start the coaching business because I kept saying, well, you're not so and so, and you're not so and so. But the Lord had to deal with me for a year. Did you hear that? A full year, y'all. He had to deal with me and say, you continue to ask me for these things. You continue to ask me to be Jehovah Jireh for you, to see to it, to provide for you, to promote you, to protect you. You keep asking that of me, but you're not following through with what I asked you to do. You're not doing the work. You say you have faith, but you're not working. So it's lifeless. Your vision is lifeless. Your dream is lifeless. So I had to pull it together and challenge myself to understand that I'm not going to be perfect. And what I needed to understand is that I am perfecting. And we're all perfecting. That's a verb. We're doing things to be as near perfect as possible because we'll never be perfect. And if we wait for conditions to be perfect, we'll never get the job done. So I want you to sit right down in this seat of execution. And, this is a part of the process of unleashing, as my book says, your potential. It's essential that you don't operate in this space of us thinking that we're going to be flawless. Like we have this flawless mindset. That's unrealistic. What we have to do is inquire of the Lord like David did. I love it. I love it. I love it. I want to go into a passage where David inquired of the Lord. And then he executed what he heard. When David, when the Philistines heard that David had been anointed king over Israel, they went up in force to search for him. But David heard about it and went down to the stronghold. Right? It says now that the Philistines had come and spread out in the valley of, I'm going to get in trouble, Rephaim. So David inquired of the Lord. I love that. He inquired of the Lord. When it's time for execution, when we need to execute things, when it's time for us to unleash our potential, we got to inquire of the Lord. David said, shall I go and attack the Philistines? Will you deliver them into my hands? Will you allow me to be able to reach the goal? Will you allow me to be able to make or the six figures? Or will you deliver them into my hands? The Lord answered him and said, "Go, for I surely," ooh, that's a promise. Yes, God. "For I will surely deliver them into your hands." So David went to Baal Perazim, and there he defeated them. He said, "As waters break out," I love this, "the Lord has broken out against my enemies before me." Yes. So we serve the God of the breakthrough. We serve the God of the breakthrough, but we have to ask. And then we have to execute. We have to do what he tells us to do. So let's go back up to the natural space. Let's get into the natural space of execution. I began to read this book called Think and Grow Rich, and the author Napoleon Hill said, behind this demand for new and better things, there is one quality that one must possess to win. Champions win. We do the work, we execute. And he says that we have to have a definiteness of purpose. Definiteness of purpose. And so, what this means is that the knowledge of what we want has to be a burning desire for us to possess it. There has to be a burning desire. And in this thing, if you really want to master this space of execution, implementation, you have to have a desire to do the work. And you can't execute and remain dormant at the same time. It does not work. Coming up with strategies and goals is very exciting, but we know that everything that's exciting is not easy. And in order to get these goals done, there's always going to be a reward at the end, but we have to press in. Now, research suggests that the inability to execute strategies and goals remains one of the main reasons why, listen, leaders, managers, and teams lose credibility and trust. This is really good. I just want to speak a little bit into this. Let's take this into our ministries. I'm going to go there. So just think about what this does for us. If you're a business, if your ministry, if people that may have buy-in from you, but they may not have a return for their investment because they are maybe unsure about what they should be executing. And here we have to think a little bit about when people ask you to join committees, or when people ask to join committees at church or at work. We have to help give them an idea of what they are to execute. And if we don't communicate that properly, then we don't win. We don't get to the goal. We don't win the souls that we need to win. So there was the research, right? And in that research, it said, listen to this. This thing is going to really surprise you. It says 85% of respondents who took a quiz about their execution quotient, which is a small x and then a large q, so XQ. It said that the results showed that the common challenge with strategy and goal execution, they said that 85% of the respondents didn't know the goal of the organization. Do your church members, do your leaders know the goals of what you're trying to accomplish? Do they know the evangelistic goals? Do they know the financial goals? Do they know the teaching and training goals that you're trying to reach? The Bible tells us to write the vision and make it plain. Make it plain up on tables. It says so that the people that's going to read it can run with it, so that they can execute it. But did we communicate it? Did we communicate what we needed them to do? It's the Bible says that the vision is yet for an appointed time, and that at the end of it, it's going to speak. It's not going to lie. It's going to tarry a little bit, but we are to wait for it because it's surely going to speak. It won't tarry. But did we write the vision? Did we give the people the vision? Another part of this research said 44% said that they know the vision, but when asked to describe it, only 15% could. Can our people articulate our vision? I'm just asking questions. But this allows us to sit in our seat of execution. It allows our people, the people that are volunteering, the people that are working with us to execute the vision. The researchers also learned that goal clarity was a huge issue. So we're not going to have concerns with the goals unless we are clear with the goals. Here it says that 85% of the people, they didn't know what they were supposed to achieve for the organizational goals. So they didn't understand the strategic reasons for doing what they were doing. What's wrong with sharing with people how what they're doing is impacting the vision, the mission, the organizational goals? We just have to think a little differently as we're beginning to move forward in our ministries. We just got to think a little differently. 85% of the people didn't even know whether we were winning or losing. The scoreboard wasn't even up. We just didn't know. We didn't give our people feedback. So in general, you all, we have to communicate our visions with our people so that they can sit in the seat of execution, so that you can sit in your seat of execution. Listen, I am Toyinda LaShea, and you've been watching the Coaching Seat TV. If you found this broadcast to be valuable to you, I want you to sow into the ministry at $Toyinda Smith. See you later. Hi, everybody. I am Toyinda LaShea, and I'm so excited to share with you 4 services that I provide. The first service is the International Champion Influence Coach Certification Program, where we certify professionals so that they can strategically help others and enter the coaching industry with confidently. The second service is the Champion Influence Coaching and Leadership Curriculum. This is a curriculum that allows individuals to grow and expand their leadership skills. The third service that we provide is the Champion Influence Create Champion Conversations public speaking course. It's a 5-week online public speaking course that helps individuals to become confident and engaging public speakers. And the last service that we provide is the Coaching Seat Continuing Education Platform Membership. This is a membership site that allows fresh and new coaches to strengthen their coaching posture and walk in confidence in the coaching industry.